Continuation of Job, chapter 11. But I, being desirous to take up my work of benevolence for the poor again, asked them, saying, Give me each a lamb for the clothing of the poor in their state of nakedness, and 4 drachmas of silver or gold. Then the Lord blessed all that was left to me, and after a few days I became rich again in merchandise and flock and all things which I had lost, and I received all in double number again. Then I also took your mother as wife and became the father of you 10 in place of the 10 children that had died. And now, my children, let me admonish you. Behold, I die. You will take my place, only do not forsake the Lord. Be charitable towards the poor. Do not disregard the feeble. Do not take wives from strangers to yourselves. Behold, my children, I will divide what I possess among you, so that each may have control over his own and have full power to do good with his share. And after he had spoke thus, he brought all his goods and divided them among his 7 sons. But he gave nothing of his goods to his daughters. Then they said to their father, O Lord and Father, are we not also your children? Why then do you not also give us a share of your possessions? Then Job said to his daughters, Do not become angry, my daughters. I have not forgotten you. Behold, I have preserved for you a possession better than that which your brothers have taken. And he called his daughters, whose name was Day, and said to her, Take this double ring used as a key, and go to the treasure house and bring me the golden casket, that I may give you your possessions. And she went and brought it to him, and he opened it and took out 3 string girdles, about the appearance of which no man can speak, for they were not earthly work, but celestial sparks of light flashed through them like the rays of the sun. And he gave 1 string to each of his daughters, and said, Put these as girds around you, in order that all the day of your life they may encircle you and endow you with every good thing. And the other daughter, whose name was Kaisa, said, Is this the possession of which you say it is better than that of our brothers? Now how can we live on this? And their father said to them, Not only do you have here what is sufficient to live on, but these bring you into a better world to live in the heavens. Or do you not know, my children, that the value of these things here? Here then, when the Lord had deemed me worthy to have compassion on me, and to take the plague and the worms off my body, he called me and handed these 3 strings to me. And he said to me, Rise and gird up your loins like a man. I will demand of you, and you will declare it to me. And I took them and girt them around my loins. And immediately the worms left my body, and likewise the plagues, and my whole body took new strength through the Lord. And thus I passed on as though I have never suffered. But I also forgot the pains in my heart. Then the Lord spoke to me in his great power, and showed to me all that was and will be. Now then, my children, in keeping these, you will not have the enemy plotting against you, nor evil intentions in your mind, because this is a charm from the Lord. Rise then and gird these around you before I die, in order that you may see the messengers come at my parting, so that you may behold with wonder in the powers of God. Then the one whose name was Day rose and girt herself, and immediately she departed her body as her father had said, and she put on another heart, as if she never cared for earthly things. And she sang angelic hymns in the voice of messengers. And she chanted forth the angelic praise of God while dancing. Then the other daughter, Kaisa by name, put on the girdle, and her heart was transformed, so that she no longer wished for worldly things. And her mouth assumed the dialect of the heavenly rulers, and she sang the doxology of the works of the high place. And if anyone wishes to know the works of the heavens, he may take an insight into the hymns of Kaisa. Then the other daughter, by the name of Amalthea Horn, girt herself, and her mouth spoke in the language of those on high. for her heart was transformed, being lifted above the worldly things. She spoke in the dialect of the cherubim, singing the praise of the ruler of the cosmic powers, and extolling their or his glory. When he who desires to follow the visages of the glory of the Father will find them written down in the prayers of Amalthea horns.